Hello and welcome to another episode of Brew Time with me, Vincent Hung. On this channel I like to talk about all things to do with personal and financial well-being. And in today's episode I'm going to talk about the importance of having several streams of income. So to start off this video, I want you to imagine this. You've gone to university and you've worked hard for your degree. When you get your degree certificate, you think you're primed to tackle the world. And with that, you go applying for jobs. Because you've come from a good university, you land yourself a big corporate job. Good job. From that, you work hard, you put in the hours, and you work for your first promotion. In time, you get that promotion and you earn more money, which is great. With that promotion and the salary increase, you want to live in a bigger house, you want to buy a new car, you want to buy new clothes, go out and eat in fancy restaurants. And that expense can get up to several £1,000s a month. That actually isn't an imagination. That's actually my reality. And with this reality check, it got me thinking. I have several outgoings, but that's all supported by one source of income. What if I fall out of love with my job? What if I want to pursue another career? Or what if I want to pursue another hobby? Or what if I want to start a YouTube channel? Or what if the worst happens and I lose my job? Having one source of income is like having one table leg to hold up your table. If you take away that table leg, everything collapses. And that's when I realized how vulnerable I was with having one source of income. Let's say I was a train driver and one day they introduced automated trains, which isn't far-fetched because you have the DLR, which doesn't have drivers. My one table leg will be taken away then. Or let's say I'm a pilot and a global pandemic hits and all planes are grounded. With that, I would have my one table leg taken away. Or let's say we are in another recession and like in 2008, I'm a banker and I lose my job. Again, I will have my one table leg taken away. It got me thinking that my job, my salary and my lifestyle is actually rather vulnerable to external factors. And that's precisely the reason why I decided to make this video. So during the pandemic, my wife and I decided to go out and see what other sources of income we could find. Obviously, our first source of income and our main income is through our jobs, but this is the alternatives that we do on the side. So the first is investment income. I grew up in a family where we would talk about investments. My parents had investments. My extended family also dabbled in investments. This is relatively passive because you can buy a share or buy a fund and forget about it. Although there is one thing that you need to know, and your shares will go up and down, and if they do go down, you really need to hold your bottle, and it's not always a income, it could be an expense if they do go down. But if you want to learn more about what to do when your stocks go down, I'll share a link up here or in the description below. So our next stream of income is from our old property. So as you might know, we're renting the apartment that we're staying in now because our own apartment is actually rented out. And that's the second form of income. So that comes in terms of my rent generated, but also capital gain. House prices have been improving this year and over the last 6 months. Hopefully that will gain me some capital gains. So after those two, you might be thinking, well, Vincent, you need a large sum of money to generate that sort of income. And that is true. But we also have a third form of income. So during the pandemic, my wife decided to put her cooking skills to good use and to sell some of her cooking. We even had a market store in, where was it? We even had a market store in London that sold curry puffs, which my wife made. And that was actually a very valuable experience because it taught me how to sell something and really get my hands dirty. And that's something that I don't really do in my day job. In the past, I also started a tuition business, which is selling my service, so to teach young kids 11+. I've also started this YouTube channel, which hopefully one day will generate me ad revenue. My wife also has a cooking blog, which teaches people how to cook Thai food. And I even know some people who have 2 jobs. Big thumbs up to those people because I don't know where you find the time and the energy to do that. The point here is there are several ways that you can have an alternative income or some passive income. My preconception that I needed to have one job, I need to work hard at it, get my promotion and work my way up it's turned that on its head. And what I found is what you need to do is you either need to invest some money in terms of stocks and shares, or you just need to put in some extra time and effort to build something up. There are a lot of benefits in doing that. The first real benefit is in doing other things, you expose yourself to learn new skills. So for instance, when I make these YouTube videos, I have to edit, I have to create thumbnails, and actually what that has done is helped me in my day job because I'm more in tune with how to communicate a message or how to create thumbnails or posters that people would be attracted to. So what this has done is given me a skill that's one, benefited my day job, and two, and this is the most important I think, is it's given me a skill that's transferable. So for instance, let's say my YouTube channel tanks, and I hope it doesn't, I would still have the filming, the script writing, the editing skill that I can use for other things. So for instance, let's say I have a friend who wants to make a dancing channel, I can help him or her edit their YouTube channel. The second thing is you open yourself up to a lot more opportunities. So for instance, my wife, when she was selling her food, she sold her food on one platform and then she was reached out by another platform to sell her food. And now, because she's done so well with that, they actually want her to help develop a nationwide platform to sell food. So if you don't put yourself out there, you don't get those opportunities. And a lot of people say, oh, that person's lucky, it fell on their lap. But most cases it's not. I actually found that you need to be in the game to be able to get those opportunities. And the third and probably the most important thing is it's actually helped my mental health and it's helped me be a lot happier. If let's say you're all invested into your work and you have a bad day at work, you feel like everything you've been working so hard towards is rubbish, it's shit, it's not going well. I can put that aside and say, do you know what, I'm going to focus on my YouTube channel. Or let's say one day I have a really bad stock day, I can again leave that aside and say, look, I'm going to concentrate on something else. What that's done is it's given me a focus away from the negatives and to have some positive energy in things that I actually enjoy. So to conclude the video, I want you to take away 2 points. Having several forms of income actually improves your stability because a job can be taken away from you. You really have no say in that job because it's your boss that's paying you at the end of the day. And the second thing is it actually benefits you in terms of giving you new skills, giving you new opportunities, and also giving you a focus that makes you happy. In this video, I know I didn't give you all the sources of income that you can have, and those videos are already well covered, but I wanted to show you the importance of having that. And I hope I've gotten you to think about what alternative sources of income you can build. And with that, I hope you like this video and please like and subscribe and I'll see you on the next episode.